Oh gosh, my face is the thumbnail. Alright, 1 second. Soul Calibur 6. Let's see, 1 more second. Alright. Well, if anybody's gonna join, if anybody's even gonna watch, I really don't care right now. I have not played Soul Calibur 6 in so long, and I heard they added Setsuka as a DLC character. I didn't really like her too much. I would have liked Dampierre Labello, or I think his first name was Dampierre, but I know his last name was Labello. He was a funny little joke character. From Soul Calibur Broken Destiny, I believe. Why is it? Oh yeah. Jeez, that's loud on the ears. Turn that down a bit. Headphones.
Battle 1.
Alright. Don't want to have it too loud so I can't even hear you. No, there's mission mode, which is basically like your created character has their own story mode. Story mode, which goes through basically like each fightable character has their own story as well. Creation, that's where you can create your own custom character. Battle is pretty self-explanatory. It's where you do battle without having to do missions and stuff. Network, that's online battles. The museum is just like the collection of stuff that you can buy using points that you get either from winning or completing the story, stuff like that. Options, and then the store. Right now, Season Pass 1 has Tira at the top. That's 2B with the white hair. With the reddish hair, that's Amy, and then at the bottom, that's Cassandra. Season Pass 2, Hilda. I don't know who that samurai guy is. I know, like, he was in another game, and people were like, oh, he could be in Smash. But yeah. Soul Calibur 4 and 5, I believe those characters are from. Hilda. Oh, Hahumaru. Character creation set D, yeah, those things. Oh boy. Yeah, the next DLC to come out is Setsuka, as well as I really wanted Heihachi to be a playable character, but that's alright. Let's just go straight into battle. There's arcade mode, of course. You do like 8 battles, I think, at various difficulties. There's easy, normal, hard, very hard, and then legendary. I don't know how I did very hard in like almost 9 minutes, and then the second time I tried it was like 23 minutes. It's very hard. It's very hard to do. Even on easy difficulty, I barely managed to scrape by with under 6 minutes. But I'm gonna do just regular versus matches. Default is 3. Battle time, let's set it to 60 seconds. Why not? Because normal. Just gonna go straight into the game, not even gonna explain much. It's basically a fighting game. There's not a lot to it.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Ooh, they've spiced things up with more character slots. I'm liking that so far. Alright, so you got the basic characters. Right, let's go through them real quick. Siegfried, Zasalamel, Nightmare, my personal favorite, like one I use a lot. Ivy, I don't like Ivy. I like Ivy as a character, but not to play as or against. Astaroth, Sophicia, I think that's the sister to Cassandra, one of the other DLC characters. Maxi. Shenghua. Yoshimitsu, another favorite of mine. Kilik, my brother likes playing as this character. Gro, he was added to this game. Cervantes, or Cervantes, however you want to say it. I think he was in the original game. There's Soul... There was something before Soul Calibur 1, and then Soul Calibur 1 was like the second... It's the first official Soul Calibur game, but the original Soul Calibur game wasn't called Soul Calibur. As well, he was added to this game as well. He's a new character to the game. To this one specifically, I mean. Taki. Yes, Taki. Geralt. He's a guest character. Mitsurugi. Talin. Yes, that Talin. Tali knows what I'm talking about. Inferno. He was the boss fight to, I think, Soul Calibur 2. He's also a boss fight on legendary the legendary mode on arcade mode. He's the last character you face off against, and he's like, it's basically who Inferno was supposed to be was a combination of the strongest fighters, which would be Nightmare, Siegfried, Maxi, Ivy, and I think Cervantes, just taking all of their moves and just applying them at random. But the harder the CPU was, like, the better he would become. But with, but this version, it's basically Nightmare, but with, like, he's always in his powered up state, and he's got a few extra moves. Molina, I don't really like playing as this character, but I can go against that character very well. Raphael and Voldo. Not many people play as Voldo, and the ones that can are interesting. And then, of course, you've got the creation. There's a whole bunch of those, but I won't get into that right now. I'm gonna go ahead and go random.
Unknown soul.
Oh, you know what? No, I'm gonna choose an actual character that I don't play as. Shanghua. Normally there was only 2 colors available that you could pick as. But in one of the updates they add colors 3 and 4. Some of them add a 3rd and 4th color. Others add different types of outfits. So, for example, let me look for a character that I know has something that's different. Inferno only has 2 colors because... Alright, let me think. Zasamel. Color 2 ends up being a different color variant, but then I think colors 3 and 4... Color 3 winds up being red. Color 4 is a different type of outfit entirely. This is more resembling Soul Calibur 4. I played Soul Calibur 4, but I didn't play 5. Or I played a little bit of Soul Calibur 2, so... But yeah. Shanghua.
Let's do this!
And... just for the heck of it, Voldo. What's his color 4? Alright, see, he's got that mask on. Yeah, Voldo is very, eccentric the way he fights. Ooh, there's some more stages, too. Hold on. Hold on, no, none of these are new, actually. But they've added more slots for new ones. Like this one is... Oh, that one's just a training one. That one's a new one, probably for DLC that I don't have yet. Ooh. Let's see. Shrine of Eurydice. 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 10 minutes in and we're finally starting to get into the actual battle. Go figure.
Warriors cross swords beneath the gaze of the ancient gods.
Alright.
Looks like I have to give my all.
So there's vertical movement, horizontal movement, it's like vertical slashes, horizontal slashes as far as attacks. You'll see what I mean. So instead of just the forward and backwards, there's also to the side movement. So it's an 8-way run type of game. I don't like Shangri-La because I don't play it very often, so...
Another. Ready? Hey! It's over! Yeah!
Power moving.
Victory goes to the last one standing.
Victory goes to the last one standing.
Fight!
Oh, you can also get ring outs. So, for example, I do this. I'm trying to get behind him. Yep. You can get ring outs.
Battle 3. Fight!
Another! Try this! I won't give up!
I mean, as long as you press buttons, you should be able to, like... Yeah, he can attack from behind. I don't like that.
Forget it! Watch over me, Mother!
Wow, you can also break armor pieces.
Victory goes to the last one.
For something special.
Fight!
I won't give up!
I am live right now. I was just literally pressing random buttons for that, so...
Fight to the last one. Final battle!
The final battle.
Forget it! You're mine! This is where it ends! Watch over me, Mother!
Yeah, this might be it.
You can't stop me! Just kidding!
Just kidding. Yeah, I probably would have done that way faster if I had a character I was actually using.
All together, justice will prevail!
Alright, rematch, random stage. No, I'm gonna go back to character selection. I'm actually gonna choose a character I know how to play as. But not very well.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
I don't want to pull out Nightmare just yet. Or Siegfried. Both of them use the same weapon. Nightmare is just Siegfried, but controlled by Inferno. Like, just the evilness. So, it's basically the same character, same weapon, just controlled differently. Like, that's how the story goes. Taki? No. Talim. Tali. Hold on. Maybe Inferno? I'm not sure. Nope. Alright. No, Mitsurugi, just because. It's like, when you look at his alternates.
Let's go.
And then have him just face off against Geralt.
Wanna fight?
Win a fight? And we'll go on his homelands on Geralt's fighting stage. from The Witcher 3. That's a game I haven't played, but it's a series I don't know very well. So, like, I know like literally nothing about the series except that it's called The Witcher.
A history of conflict.
Ha! You owe me a fight today.
Samurai versus,
Shine to me, it looks like.
or what I assume would be a knight or a rogue or something.
Fight!
It's funny because I can make Papyrus, or I made Skeletron with this new set. Yes, I do mean that Skeletron.
Don't get cocky! Your time is over! Is that it? Battle 2.
Come on.
Fight! Ready? No mercy!
No mercy.
Battle 3. Fight! Your time is
That was no mercy right there.
The battle is over. Show respect for the fallen who fought.
So respect for the fallen.
Next time, fight like you mean it.
That was over way quicker than what it was last time. Okay. Character selection. I'm gonna go ahead and show off a few of my custom characters. But first, I'm gonna choose... This is gonna be a hard decision. Siegfried or Nightmare. I don't know which one I want to show off first that I'm good with.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
How about we do good versus evil?
Siegfried, let's do this.
Siegfried versus Nightmare.
Nightmare.
And we'll go on the stage of fate, Astral Chaos. Tide of the Damned. This is where you fight Inferno, if I'm not mistaken. Inferno is not a part of the main story as far as Soul Calibur 6, but he is part of the story.
So we meet again. Admit it. We are the same.
We literally are the same.
Battle 1.
Oversized Claymore. When you stab.
Let's do this.
No, you blocked it. Now we're dead anyway, so you can see the hair is still the same.
Claim victory and bask in the glory.
I will not surrender to this nightmare.
To this nightmare. Alright, rematch one more time with these two characters because I feel like I can even do it faster.
When souls collide.
My father. Admit it. Battle
Alright.
1. Fight.
Perfect. Alright, one, two. Slime him so hard. You're not the only person that's gonna be watching though. I hope. Perfection. Well, this is only normal mode. If it was hard mode, I'd probably be getting beat right now.
Surrender to this nightmare.
Character selection. I'm gonna choose Nightmare this time. I do feel like I could do better with Nightmare than Siegfried. It's just with Siegfried, his moves are like so simple to combo together.
Nightmare. Sacrifice your soul. I will end this nightmare.
Alright. The rules are reversed. I had to figure out how I'm gonna play it as Nightmare though, because sometimes I confuse him.
Battle one. Fight. Got you. This is it. This is it.
Alright.
Fight. So come to me.
Oh, I'm definitely getting back into the game now. Ooh, hold on. Hold on, there was one combo I knew that totally worked all the time. There's a way you can pin you down your enemy and then knock them into the ground with your blade and impale them with energy.
Battle one. Fight. So come to me.
Oh, that's the move. Okay, hold on. Yes! That's what it was. Alright.
Battle two. Fight.
Yes. Oh, you guys, you want to see what his ultimate move is? The finishing touch. Nope. Okay, maybe not. Come on.
Get out of my sight. No.
No.
Get out of my sight. 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 Get out of my
No!
Taste
I won't die from it though.
my sword! Die already! Not again! Eat this!
Oh, that sucks. Right as I was charging up, move.
Stand. Fight to your last breath.
Right as I was charging, and normally I get super armor from it, so...
It's my father! So, come to me! Stand aside!
There it is.
A sword of despair! This nightmare shall consume you.
The battle is over. Show respect for the fallen who fought so bravely.
I shall kill you 1,000 times over!
So yeah, that's the basics. I'm not gonna end the stream here though, because now we get to the interesting things, the characters that I've made. Yes, you can make extensive characters. Speaking of characters, let's see one that you may or may not recognize. Ganon in the style of Nightmare. I think I wound up making this one. It's really simple. It's just choosing the hairstyle, the colors, and then the armor sets. You can have different pieces and you can make them look however. This was my version. I did see a tutorial on YouTube where I made a different one. I literally followed this step by step, and you know, this one I think looks a lot more like Ganon. I mean, look at him. That nose is not actually his nose. It's actually it's a horn that's the same color as his skin. That's why his nose looks so big. But if I were to go into equipment, edit manually, see, this winds up being like the different equipment and stuff. Long boots, turtle shell, I think was used. I'm not sure where everything was used. Heart and horn. See this right here, the horn? See? It's just a horn. It's not actually part of his face. Although it's set to where, you know, I could try and test out the character itself just to show it off. But if you think back to Ocarina of Time, Ganon rides a horse. So, as with the Soul of Nightmare, he not only wields a giant sword, but this would also make sense. Now isn't that something? But that's only the beginning. That's just Ganon, right? Right. Here's Link. Literally Link. There wasn't any like actual accessories for the hat, so I had to use shapes for the hat. And it took forever to figure out how to customize this until I just looked it up online. I was like, this is so much easier. Now the thing is, right, he has a sword and a shield. The thing is, the moveset is for a female, so a lot of his moves and a lot of his stances are going to look feminine. Right, these are the different like poses. Some of these are the starting animations or even the victory animations. Others are winds up the attacks and stuff. But like, you see what I mean with all of this, right? This one I think would fit Link the best, just because he doesn't really talk. He doesn't really have a voice. So if he's gonna threaten you, he's just gonna do that. And just look at the way he slumps. This is obviously a moveset for a female, but it's the only one with a sword and a shield. Otherwise, the only other option would be either give him a Japanese katana or an oversized sword like Siegfried, which he uses a sword and a shield. There's very few times when he's actually had to use a two-handed sword, so this one would make the most sense for now. It is kind of funny and sad. Oh, my character Gablin, that I never really used. It was supposed to be a goblin for Dungeons and Dragons. These are all pretty much just OC characters. They're not like, not a lot of them are actual characters. Like, this one I tried so hard to do, but I couldn't actually figure out how to make Rose Quartz from Steven Universe. It winds up being the same character layout from as Link. It's just a different character. I did not mean to press that. Ooh. I don't think she wore shoes or anything, if I'm not mistaken. Some of these moves though are pretty clever, because you can't change like the ultimate style, but you can change like the character itself. So for some moves, they make total sense for the character. Like if Link were to do that, you could say that, oh, he's using, you know, the energy of the Triforce or whatever, but I forgot. I made Jotaro from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. And my brother made Dio. We had a lot of fun just messing around. Like Bone Lee, that was one of my characters. Let's see. Nebulous. That one was an OC of mine that I never used. Just for the fact that I played this game all the time, and then I just kind of stopped playing it. Royalty, there's two different versions. There's gold and purple, and then there's gold and red. But I like gold and purple better. There's like 8 different types of styles. I don't know why, but this one reminds me just a lot of Bayonetta, the face at least. This is supposed to be like a really edgy style looking character. She uses her name is Royalty, but the character style, because you can't create your own custom style, you have to use a character, like, they have to fight as the character that's already existing in the game, so she uses Grow's moveset, which is fine. I'm just gonna show off, you know, Grow's moveset and her character pretty much at the same time. I know I should have probably showed off Grow's moveset. I'm not gonna show off the entire thing, but basically what Grow does has a glaive, if I'm not mistaken is what it's called, a dual sword, but it can be split into 2. That didn't do as much as I thought it would. Now these are the normal characters I normally use, as far as my own. But here's the cool thing: where it says unique, that just means characters I've created. On customized tab though, these are characters that I've downloaded that other people have made. For instance, John Potty, literally a toilet head. literally a toilet with a mop or with a broom. But it gets better. Let's see, what else is there that's meme worthy that we can show off? Broly, literal Broly. You know, you're not gonna look at this and you're not gonna tell me that it's Broly from Dragon Ball Z. And he wields a giant sword. He wields literally a giant, like, I don't even know what you would call that. Literally a claymore. Cleopatra. Virgil from Devil May Cry, the series. It looks a bit tacky, and it is, but it works. He has the katana and the suit and everything. Very similar to the Virgil from that I showcased in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Kratos. Now this one was unique, and I love it. The red lines, those are tattoos, but to get it to where it looks this good, you have to really like take your time with it. There's the chains, and also the character style, Taki. That one's a feminine moveset because Taki winds up being female, so if you go to take picture and look at the poses, you're gonna see that a lot of these look... Taki winds up being a ninja, but the only reason why the pictures make sense is because he's holding chains, right? He's got chains around his arms, and then there's two knives that he winds up using. Taki winds up using two knives. So, in a way, it makes sense, but not for the way that Kratos himself fights. Because this is a ninja moveset, and Kratos is the god of war. Kratos has no reason to be sneaky, he just kills everything in sight. Alright. Let's see who else. Oh, Molina from Mortal Kombat. Sephiroth from Final Fantasy. All of these are, it's pretty much just, you know, making the character look like someone from another game. You know, the face doesn't really look like Sephiroth, but you know, if you zoom out, you look at it from a distance, like, oh yeah, I could totally see that Sephiroth. You've got the jacket, the long white hair. In the picture, he's got a large katana, a very long sword. Kara, again, this one's in the style of Taki. However, I like how this one looks like Kara. Like, it's not just, oh, slapped together and it's like, oh, it's very poorly made. Like, some of them are gonna look poorly made. Like this one, for example. This one is Baraka, and this one's pretty cool because it looks very similar to Baraka. Again, this one's using the style of Taki, but I think this one makes the most sense because the character type winds up being, if I'm not mistaken, what is it called? What is it called? Jeez. The Malfested Fully Transformed. Now, these are the different types of, not to say characters, but these are the different styles that you can create. Human, Outcast, Lost Soul. It basically just changes the physical appearance of the character. It has nothing to do with the actual, like, strength of the character. So, like, there's the Human, the Hidden Village clan sometimes have tails, or like basically elves. Malefic, like ogres. Lost Soul, Horn, those are like the devils. Lost Soul's Wing, those are like the angels. Lizard Man is pretty self-explanatory. Darksider winds up being, I'm not too exactly sure. Revenant are skeletons. Malfested is corrupted human beings, even more corrupted, and then this one is just corrupted beyond repair. This is just like, think of like the max level threat of what is like a super zombie could be, but that couldn't die. Like, malevolent energy is swirling within these once human vessels have long since taken control of their mindless hosts, twisting them into avatars of pure evil, extremely rare and extremely powerful. If one is set loose upon the world, untold thousands will surely die. That's in the description. The mummy, it's just, you know, the character surrounded by bandages, automation, cyborgs, basically. But the thing is, this is basically a mannequin. You can't change the color of the skin. You can add makeup to it for whatever reason, but the mannequin itself stays completely white. Shapeshifter, basically what this means is the entire body is like a silvery type of material, kind of like the Silver Surfer. But I think you can change the skin tone to it, or maybe not. But you can't add any hair to it. Same thing goes with the Colossus. It's basically like a stone texture for the skin. But you can't really do much else with it. Now, going back to take pictures, see how with most of the moves they wind up using the knives, but it looks like, you know, Baraka's actually using his claws. I like that very much about this character moveset. I think it fits well. Bye bye then. Asura's Wrath, Edward from I'm having a brain fart moment. Edward from Full Metal Alchemist, that's what it was. Leonardo, Shilai, Maul, Darth Maul, Spawn, Hulk, literally Hulk. Let's see, who else is here? Sonic. Sonic is in the game. Shrek is in the game. Johnny Cage. Dio, a more accurate version of Dio. Sans. Doomslayer, the Joker. Terra. Hellboy. Sheik. Oh, I had one that was Aqua. Oh, yeah, Aqua. There it is. Oh boy, we're gonna have Sonic versus Shrek in just a moment. But first, what I want to see is Hulk versus Broly. Where is Broly? Okay. We're gonna do Hulk versus Broly and then Sonic versus Shrek, just to see who's better. And then the thing is, we're gonna go computer versus computer, best of 5 rounds, no time limit. The CPU is gonna be on maximum difficulty, and we're not gonna have ringouts at all. So, no ringouts means that they can't get knocked off of the stage. So it's purely fighting skill. And since it's 5 rounds, we don't need to do rematches with the same characters.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Alright. Customize, we're gonna do Broly versus... Where is it?
Soul of Nightmares.
He doesn't talk, so that's perfect for him. Broly versus... Who is it again? Hulk.
Soul of
I'm not running.
I'm not running. I've had him fight in the desert. Normally the entire stage is a ring out zone, but since it's set to no ring outs, there's no chance of them falling off the stage. So I think it'd be a pretty good place for them to fight. Now this takes place, I think the storyline itself takes place either 1500s or 1700s, but it's definitely before civilization had advanced to technology, so... Broly letting out a growl.
Fine, I'll fight.
Fine, I'll fight. Oh, I forgot to mention, as well, alright, because Hulk winds up having Aswell's moveset. Aswell is the main villain of the storyline that your custom character goes through. I'm not going to explain lot, but what I will explain is that he has a moveset where he can summon weapons, such as a sword, an axe, a shield, and a spear, if I'm not mistaken. Those are the 4 that he can summon, using, I think it's like molecular vibrations, which cause them to become like energy, but it's energy that's so condensed it turns into a high velocity type of like material. It's explained in his actual bio, but like it's really cool because he can summon them at will. Like you'll see what it means. Yeah, I think it's a sword, a dagger, a shield, a spear, and an axe. So I think it's 6 weapons.
That's how it's done. Damn you! Damn you! Come on!
Ooh, Hulk pulled it off at the last possible second.
Victory goes to the last one standing.
Huh.
Battle 2. Fight!
If we had a Mario, I could do Mario vs. Sonic, but I have yet to find a Mario. And to find the characters, you have to like scroll through ones that are already made, so there's no like search option to search for characters you can download. If there was, I would have definitely found more mean characters to use, but for now, this would work.
Here it comes!
Yep.
You're done!
Summoning all of those at once. Must use up a lot of energy.
Come on!
In my honest opinion, I think Hulk can win. Well, not that he can, but he should win.
Victory goes to the last one standing.
That uppercut.
Battle 3. Fight!
I don't know, I've seen characters pull off, you know, they've been like, oh, it's gonna be like the last round because if your opponent wins one more time, then, you know, you're basically screwed, you lose the entire game. But they've won 5 times in a row and gotten just extremely lucky. It's like right now, Broly could win if he just tries hard enough and he doesn't stop. There he goes. Yeah, he broke his armor.
Victory goes to the
After
last
Sonic
one
vs. Shrek, I'm just gonna end the stream because of it, because like,
Battle 4.
I'm starting to get tired a little bit. Although it was nice to be able to play the game again. After so long. I'm starting to get the feeling that Asro or Hulk is gonna win big time. Oof.
Victory will not come easily. It must be seized. Battle 5. Fight!
Come on. Using his power up, there's no ring up, so. I don't know, it's like half falling asleep after this. Broly could turn this around at any second. It's 2-2 right now. Broly's a one-shot for just about any move. There you go, 3 out of 5 for Broly, 2 out of 5 for Hulk.
Victory will not come easily. It must be seized. Battle 6.
Battle 6.
Back off! Got it!
I'm not just saying random. Broly coming in with the clutch.
It's all over.
3-3 right now out of 5. This is very even-sided looking so far.
Battle 7. Fight!
I can do it. I've got this.
Victory will not come easily. It
Oh, I
must
didn't
be
even get to see who
seized.
won. I'm like literally falling asleep.
Battle 8.
Oh wow.
I can do it.
Hulk needs to win 2 more times if he wants to win, but Broly does not want to be letting up. Come on. Come on, Hulk. Come on, Hulk. I know you can do something.
Easy. Come on. There. My turn.
Ooh. Ooh.
Here it comes.
Hulk might actually be able to win this.
I won't
With
die.
that small sliver of health. Come on, Hulk. Come on, Hulk. Ooh. Last match. This is gonna take a little bit longer though. Next time it's just gonna be 3v3, not 5v5.
Final battle. Fight!
Hulk is not messing around. They are going for the kill. They've been humiliated long enough, they said. Come on. Ooh, Hulk. Ooh, Hulk for the win.
Bask in the glory.
Wasn't as hard as I thought.
It wasn't as hard as he thought. He literally almost died many times. Alright.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Come on. Nah. I'm gonna go back to main menu. There's like nobody watching this right now, so I might as well just end the stream here for now.
Soul Calibur 6.
I never really liked how he said 6, like not immediately after Soul Calibur. It was like Soul Calibur 6. Like no, Soul Calibur 6. There's like a 1 second pause. Well, anyway, that was the stream. It was pretty good, I guess. How do I end?